is a podcast for 5.3 multi-step inequalities. Now, you learned one step already, so multi-step obviously is 2 or more steps. So something very similar. We need to get the x by itself. So to get the x by itself on this problem, I'm going to have to add 7 to both sides. So I have 3x is less than 15. Still need to get x by itself, so I divide by 3. X is less than 5. Now, I'm going to graph. And on my graph, it is less than, it is not equal to, so I have an open circle. Less than is to the left. Now, it is really important to have our variable on the left-hand side. That way you don't get confused on which direction your graph goes. So if my problem said 5 is greater than x, I would flip the entire problem. So I flip the variable, flip the sign, flip the number, just so that I have this going the right direction. All right, example problem number 2, we're going to do the same thing. Negative 0.6 times x, negative 0.6x, negative 6 times 5 is 3. So it's positive 3 because they're both negative. Less than 15. Okay, still need to get the x by itself, so I'm going to subtract 3. Negative 0.6x is less than or equal to 12 divided by negative 0.6. So 12 divided by negative 0.6. X is less than or equal to negative 20. So this time, we will have a closed circle at negative 20, and less than or equal to, less than is still to the left. All right, go ahead and try this practice problem on your own and make sure you solve it and then graph it. Also, I'd like you to try practice 2 problem, solve, and graph. All right, here is another multi-step. Now this time I have variables on both sides. So I'm going to get all of my variables to the left-hand side of my problem. So I'm going to subtract 2x. Becomes 4x minus 7 is greater than 17. And now it becomes a familiar problem. Add 7. 4x is greater than 24. Divide by 4. X is greater than 6. So I graph x is greater than 6. It is an open circle because it is not equal to. Greater than is to the right. All right, so go ahead and try this example. Again, make sure you get your variables all on the same side. So finally, this is the conclusion of section 5.3 podcast.